How you doing, brothers and sisters? This is Shu Amun Ra. This is part 2 of the special edition. The black women and black men. Are we hurting each other? Let's get right into it. Without wasting no time. Why do black women and black men have such a continuous relationship? A contentious relationship. But I want you to grow from this, from my opinions and the other people on the panel. Just understand what the hell's really going on. Either we're going to do it right or we're going to do it all. And if we don't do it all, our future is definitely in trouble. Pay attention. Let's get right into it.
From black men. Submission, black men are just trying to get human treatment. Now, if you go look at that podcast, it was right on the heels of Iyanla Vanzant announcing she's leaving the OWN network. She's being run off of Oprah Winfrey's network by who? Black women. Because of her unflinching portrayals of their behavior. 2013 on Black Female Madame Noir, she said black women are out of order. And on the way out the door, she says we're still out of order because we're getting paid to be out of order. I did a broadcast talking about, hey, just simple human treatment, and I challenge anyone to go look at it. It's all cut up. 2 of those videos are on WorldStar. One woman said she actually finds it offensive when black men ask her to smile.
And I've heard that before. I've heard that in person. I've seen that on videos, but it's so strange. Basically, like, how dare you tell me to smile? Who do you think you are to tell me to smile? It's almost as if, are you trying to control me? You're trying to control who I am? And I wouldn't necessarily say that you shouldn't listen to what it is. You should or shouldn't listen to what it is he's trying to say. But when a man's saying that, he's not trying to be offensive at all. Some guys are definitely not. I know women hear it a lot, especially if they're walking around, but many women are many times unapproachable. And we'll give the examples of how, when it comes to customer service, and Kevin has addressed this on other episodes as well, about how black women on his podcast would treat him differently than they would treat if they were on a white man's podcast. But it's the same thing a lot of times with customer service. You'll see the difference night and day. You'll completely see the difference. And that whole thing about smile, he's not trying to be offensive. He's just trying to spark conversation at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And he may just, he may be trying to produce some high energy, bring some high.
Now, I agree with everything what the young brother is talking about. Because in my first video, a special edition, the black woman and black men are hurting each other, I've seen it over and over and over again. I'm going to give you an example. My wife and I just came back on our second vacation. So we went to the car. So we got to find a parking spot. So we're coming up the hill. And there were 2 women. 2 black women. One behind us. One, she was a little bit more up the hill. With 2 other brothers. Now, we seen the other brothers when we was going towards the car earlier. So she was with them. Now, she was holding conversation with them. But then as my wife and I, and my wife is Latin, and like I stated before, I know her DNA. I know who she is. Okay? As we walking up the hill, the black lady picks up speed. The one that was behind us picked up speed. She had no reason why she needed to pick up speed because we already bypassed her. So she started picking up speed. She picked up speed, caught up as we walking side by side, and you can see her whole entire body motion. Then we got closer to the other lady that was standing next to the 2 other guys that we seen earlier. She looked me up and down and then gave this like body movement like, what the fuck are you doing? If you read it like that. But you could tell it wasn't a positive body motion. Let me explain something to y'all. Me personally, I'm a black man. Bloodline, the Bemaliki tribe. From Cameroon. Descendant of Kemetic people. I did my research. So it's not that fact I don't like black women. No. I've dated plenty of black women. Make no mistake. But I'm going to be honest with you. Majority of them, it was not easy. It was not easy. Now, if you want to understand women in general as a whole, listen here. Women in general as a whole, they almost have a similar trait about themselves. What men have to understand this thing. That woman, before you got to know her, she was already on her journey. However she grew up, however any information that she received when she grew up, and as she grew up and became a woman, whatever she intook, any good behaviors, ugly behaviors, bad behaviors, and whatever else in between that, you don't know until you get to know her. You got women going around talking about, oh, I'm an alpha female. I'm an alpha female. Well, if you want to relate yourself to an alpha female, she's going to attract beta men. And if she attracts an alpha male, there's going to be conflict and repercussions. Because if she decides, I'm an alpha female, I'm going to let you know that I'm not going for none of this shit. Whatever it is. Better yet, let me put it in a plain sense of clearness. She's not going to follow you. Alpha females takes a long time for them to submit. And even then, it's going to be a small percentage that she'll submit to you because she don't trust you. And she might not never trust you for a long time. Peep the game, brothers and sisters. Somehow, someway, they managed for the black man and the black woman to fucking hate each other. I say, post-traumatic slave syndrome. I also say the family structure have been demolished. The black man, supposed to be a man, been demolished. Anything you can think of in the family structure has now been demolished. How many times when so-called Father's Day come, you hear black women somehow, I'm the mother and the father. And then when you hear Mother's Day, hooray, hooray, hooray. But you don't hear a black man talking about, I'm the mother and the father. You don't hear him talk like that. Beat the game. A lot of women wear their scars of life to the day they die. They don't want to change. And some women try to change. But you can't change a leopard. That's your spots since your ass was born with that shit. Born mean whatever that you partake and put in you and transformed you. So now you believe you think you can get rid of those spots. No, you can't. Even when you want to try, you can't get rid of them. Because you were engineered. Meaning something could have happened to you transform your life. And you held on these characteristics.